You're a public company and looking for a way to tell your story to millions of online investors.
Welcome to AGORACOM, North America's largest online investor relations firm. We deliver investor relations to the web's biggest sites and search engines to help you find new investors. In addition to those websites, over 1 million investors read over 95 million pages of news and information on AGORACOM this year. AGORACOM, where smart public companies and investors click.
Welcome to AGORACOM, the Small Cap Epicenter and AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing the best press releases out of the small cap world every morning at the open so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe find your next great small cap investment. It's Friday, September 26th. As typical, it's a slow news cycle day because it is a Friday. Plus, you've got a lot of turmoil going on in the U.S. financial markets. I get the feeling that a lot of small cap companies are holding back news because it makes sense not to be putting out a lot of news this week. It'll get drowned out in the congressional negotiations between the GOP and the Democratic Party trying to hammer out that bailout. Nonetheless, do have 4 press releases for you. Let's get straight to it. First up here, press release out of EastBridge Investment Group. Trades on the OTC under the stock symbol EBIG, better known as EBIG. They announced that they acquired a 51% stake in a Chinese electrical cable manufacturer. Now, here's what I like about this deal. First, 2007 revenue for Aoxing, which is the acquired company. 2007 revenue, $15.9 million. Let's call it 16. Net income, $1.68 million. So, a very successful company. The company now is saying that 2008 revenue should hit about $37 million and net income of $3.2 million. That's a pretty big jump. You're talking about way over 150% increases on the revenue side of things. So let's discount that a little bit. Nonetheless, they do have great numbers for 2007. What I'm not sure about this deal is that EastBridge issued 1 million shares to preferred stock in order to get the controlling interest, and their shares only trading at 3.5 cents right now. So maybe the preferred shares have a different value assigned to them. Nonetheless, trading at 3.5 cents. Might want to take a look at EastBridge Investment. Doesn't look like they operate anything, but they do look like they're consolidating good Chinese companies. Take a closer look. Next up, switching over to the TSX Venture Exchange in Canada, Golden Dory Resources. Hadn't heard about this company ever before, never heard about that name. Took a look at the About Us section in the press release, and it looks like they just recently started trading on the TSX Venture Exchange. They announced a discovery of a significant bedrock uranium currents. This is at their Burin project in southern Newfoundland, so I like that. It's in Canada. Assay values as high as 1.886%. That's huge for U308, but keep in mind that it doesn't look like these are any kind of deep drill holes yet. It looks more like it's sampling. They closed yesterday at 16 cents. Next up, Rockgate Capital also trades on the venture under RGT. They announced the discovery of a new uranium zone. This is on their Fali project in Mali, West Africa, which is a very, very prolific area of Africa. A couple of highlight holes hold 121. 0.07% U308. See that contrast to that last one from Golden Dory of 1.88. This is more in line. So 0.07% U308, 5.2 grams per ton of silver, 0.18% copper. That's over 1.7 meters. And hole 124, 0.03% U308, 2.8 grams per ton of silver, and 0.18% copper over 3.73 meters. The company closed yesterday at 36 cents. And finally, Consolidation Services trades on the OTC under CNSV. This isn't a AGORACOM client. Have to disclose that. They announced yesterday another acquisition of a 100% oil and gas rights on 10,000 acres in eastern Kentucky. They acquired it for $1 million, made up of $200,000 in cash and $800,000 in common stock. That's valued at $1.92 per share. The company believes there's a potential here for 300 to 400 natural gas well drilling sites, and this project is also located in the same acreage where the company acquired interest in a similar deal with Buckhorn Resources recently. What I really like about Consolidated's business model is the fact that they got a dual purpose. First, they're engaged in acquiring land for organic certification and grazing of beef, dairy, and wild game on grass-fed pastures. That sounds great. But then they also want to acquire land that has some gas, some mineral rights underneath the land. And in this case, you've got some oil and gas rights. Very smart. They're playing off. They're letting the top of the land be revenue, generate revenue and be cash flow positive in order to be able to afford going underneath the property and really checking out the full potential of the mineral rights. So I like that model. It's self-fulfilling. They use their own cash flows. Still waiting to see if they can be really successful at it. But what I like is they're picking up these right kind of properties. Who would have thought you could pick up great organic land on top and then at the same time have mineral rights underneath? So that's a wrap. As always, if you're looking for more great small cap companies, don't forget about the AGORACOM marketplace. Close to 85 companies listed by industry and exchange, so you can quickly find the one that best suits your portfolio needs. Let's hope for a good day out of the U.S. government today, and then in fact they can come, the GOP and the Democrats can come to an agreement on that bailout package. We'll be waiting for that, looking for that. Watch my blog on the front page of AGORACOM, and until then, have a great weekend. See you.